Welcome back, everybody. Here, game two. The Lovable Idiots are now on blue side versus Omega Gaming Lunar, who are now on red side. Pick some bands going straight
Ooh.
off the bat. We see Vladimir Heckram and the Caitlyn band going in through.
Yeah, aside from that Heck Room, which you saw there in game one, these are the same first bans from each team. Lucian being banned out by OGLs here. Whether or not they ban out the Lux is going to determine whether or not they're copycats of the game one. But either way, we have to see if the Bard or Ash are going to be banned out from TLI. You can only pick one. You only have one spot.
Yeah, so I'm curious as to what TLI plans to do since they are on blue side, so they get first pick on their hands.
Ooh.
You know, maybe they want to steal away a pick that they thought OGL did really good on, and they think they can do the same.
Yeah, they do have the Ash open.
Okay,
There it
so
is.
like you said, Ash goes in through first pick on the side of TLI. So now OGL needs to figure out what they want to pick up on their end. I do see a Gangplank
Ooh.
and an Ezreal. So, rapid fire on his trusty Ezreal pick. Meanwhile, we use the Gangplank going over to Ethno.
Is my man Etherna like a Gangplank main or something? He's a very powerful champion when you have a lot of games on him, but I think he was banned out there in that game one. I am seeing it on the second rotation. Solo lanes aren't too good to pick there on the first rotation, so he was banned out on that Gangplank. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. Ornn is an interesting matchup for it. I believe you do have enough base damage on that champion to be solo killing if you land a lot of your abilities.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think Ornn picking up here from Lovable Idiots is really good here. Provides you an opportunity and pathway to kind of have that late game scaling, especially with the Ornn items. So a lot of free stats on the side of the blue team. And we do see OGL locking in the Castle win.
Castle win, baby. Yeah, you love to see it over here. Very, very powerful in the mid lane. Yeah, they basically picked all the carries right here. Jungle and support have yet to be picked for OGL. The Karma is an interesting pick right here, though. She was nerfed a few patches ago. Other than that, she was very, very strong both in solo lanes and support position, where I do predict she's going to be playing, but I think she actually does a very decent job into the castle. You can build like one tank item, get yourself a little bit of magic resist, get yourself a catalyst passive, and just proc those grasp procs time and time again, making life hell for a melee champion like the Caston right there. Either way, bringing up the Quinn, probably a pretty strong pickup into Caston, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Quinn probably bullies Gangplank as well, so maybe OGL doesn't want to deal with it, especially if it's in TLI's champion pool. And OGL go ahead and ban out the Zillion. I guess maybe their mid laner can also play it. Project 8 might have an expansive champion pool.
It's too powerful, man. You can't let them have it.
I guess no one wants to play against the Zillion anymore.
Yeah, you see Bjergsen do one at once, and everyone instantly becomes godlike at the champion. Either way, yeah, they do have their mid lane picked up here for Caston. They're banning out laners he just doesn't want to pick out. Probably going to go for the jungle pick right here. I would imagine they'd probably need some kind of tankiness or front line if they don't want to just get run over here in these fights. Interesting to see what would be pick up. We have the Gragas available. Could even go for the Olaf. He's a very strong front line, but
might be just taking in their support, no?
Support counterpick is a little undervalued lately, I think. But it is going to be the Jarvan picked up right here. My man can frontline. My man can engage. He can do a lot. He can do a lot, especially against the Ashe. He doesn't have any dashes to really deal with him.
Yeah, that's true. The only thing Jarvan has to deal with is, of course, the Ashe utility slows, ultimate, stuff like that. But if he's able to get on top of Ashe, then there's not much you can really stop him with, especially with the Cataclysm. Although Ornn, I guess technically could break the wall with his, stun.
Yeah, he could technically, but it's going to be the Aurelia picked up here, probably for the mid lane for TLI. Now that is a matchup to punish that Caston right there. If you can get any kind of jungle pressure from this guy, maybe Sejuani could be the pickup right here, or maybe in a
jungle.
It could be, but Echo is actually a pick I really do like to see. Echo is such a good champion for snowballing off the early game. He takes that Dark Harvest and he turns one kill into big item pickups, into many more kills for his team. Does have a little bit of trouble getting started though, but once he does, he is unstoppable right here. Either way, I want to see what the matchup right here for OGL is. They have the Ezreal and is this a Shen support?
I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I guess they could technically flex. Shen jungle was played in the NA playoffs.
Yeah, yeah, he was picked up by.
Unless they really want to play J4 support, which unless they really want to gimp, TLI. But
Well, I do have a little bit of tech for you right here. J4 has been played in the support position before. He
yeah,
can go bot lane with Wukong, get that double armor pen on your Qs. Either way, they don't have the Wukong right here, so it's not very useful information. But Shen support into two kind of medium range on Karma, long range on Ash. It's good to get the engage into this kind of range, but even if you do get the engage, I'm not entirely sure if you win that 2v2 right here. Karma is very, very oppressive in this lane. She's very strong champion early. She provides a lot of value to her team in T fights with that empowered E. And I'm not liking the draft from OGL as much as I saw it there in game one.
yeah. I'm also kind of iffy on it. I mean, they have a lot of champions that can really take over the game if they're given the opportunity. I mean, same could be said with TLI with the Irelia or the Echo, like you said. But I think OGL, they always kind of bank for a very cohesive team fight comp, which J4 is kind of like the bread and butter of team fight wombo combos. You get the true shot barrage stacking on top of that. And then you also have the Shen, stand united, right? Able to keep alive Kassadin or Ezreal if they really need it.
Yeah, I think that the way that OGL are going to have to go at this one, right? They have a lot of early power there in the Jarvan, probably enough to match the Echo right there. If he can just keep this game even until 20 minutes, eventually they're going to get level 16 on the Kassadin. They're going to get 2-3 items on the Gangplank, and they're just going to have so much more late game power to be working with against TLI. Yeah, they do have a crit 80 carry in the Ashe, but OGL just so much more harder scaling right here. The one thing I think they're going to have to look out for, though, is how much stronger those lanes are on TLI. Gangplank doesn't do a lot of work early. Sure, he can shoot you with his gun, but Ashe, Karma, bot lane, Aurelia into Kassadin. These are so many avenues that Echo can use to snowball off of.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. OGL has some pretty weak lane states, especially the Gangplank. Doesn't offer a lot of gank assistance for the J4. Not sure how he does against the Ornn. I think it's kind of it's fairly even. I
Well,
think.
like I talked about, your goal for both these champions is just to go even, right? You can get fairly
Yeah,
easy pop shots with your Q, right? But going into there to melee auto the minions means getting in range of the Ornn Q, of the Ornn W, and comboing with his E, right? There's just so much base damage that Ornn can just throw at you early in this lane, and again, just looking at this draft, I really don't like the Shen here in the bot lane. I really would like to see someone who can maybe roam around a little bit more, provide a little early pressure for his team, stop that Echo from snowballing. I mean, I honestly would like to see maybe a Pike coming out or a Blitzcrank for OGL. What do you think about that?
I think Pike. Maybe you want Blitzcrank over Pike. I think, right? But
How so?
I think Blitzcrank offers, the same kind of roam potential. I mean, so does Pike, right? But
Yeah, I guess. Either way, they're both hooking champions at the end of the day. But
yeah,
no,
mhm.
it's all going to be how they play,
Yeah, definitely. And at the end of the day, it really just comes down to what you're comfortable with and what they've been practicing. For all we know, this could be within OGL's scrim practices. Shen and Ezreal bot lane or Shen support in general, right? And
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the charm with playing a very, I don't want to say, off meta pick, because I think Shen support isn't too bad. It's just what they're playing up against, right? Ashe Karma.
Yeah, definitely. Just so much stuff they can throw at you there in that bot lane, especially when you're champion like the Ezreal, who does depend on throwing stuff at you, but really doesn't have that much to do so. It's just looking like a rough matchup in all these lanes for the level 4 Omega gang. But if they do get to that 25 minutes without giving up a lead, especially to the Echo, they can come away with this scaling. Either way, any other final thoughts you have before we get into the spectator delay?
Nothing else really. Just excited to see whether or not TLI can, come in clutch, or whether or not we're gonna see OGL finish this thing off. So, as you said, we'll be transitioning to the spec delay break. It shouldn't take too long, so stick with us, folks. Grab something to eat, grab something to drink, enjoy the show, and we'll be right back with you guys shortly.
Take a moment right here. Feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear. Like an outlaw on the run, dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running.
Welcome back, everybody. Like I said, short transition to get right into this hype game too. OGL on red side, and we do see the Lovable Idiots on blue side, ready to rock and roll. How are you feeling about this game so far, Danielson?
I'm feeling pretty good. We talked about this in draft, but we have a lot of questionable choices for how we're going to play this one out. Like we talked about, I think that it's I think it's an even matchup for the top lane. But I was talking with my producer, and he was saying that he really likes gameplay, particularly at this elo, a lot more. So we're going to have to be watching that one right here. Other than that, though, we have a winning mid lane and a winning bot lane and a snowballing jungler for the Lovable Idiots. A lot of tools to be working with early here. But we do have the Kassadin on the side of OGL. He could just get that level 16, get all of his stacks going, and just auto win the game at that point.
Oh yeah, and are able to get a cheesy ward on the Raptor camp of the Lovable Idiots. So not sure if they'll use that information too well. I guess Echo might just start red side or something like that.
Yeah, he could. In this kind of a matchup, I'm not entirely sure who wins the level 3 fight. I know Jarvan gets very, very low in his early clear, particularly if he, depending on how he plays, he usually does get very, very low. And he is going to be pathing around the Echo accordingly, going for his red buff before his blue buff, not taking the extended gank or extended leash from his bot lane. But it looks like we're going for a full clear for the Echo right here. Not entirely sure what the plan is.
Maybe full clear, or maybe looks for an early game bot lane, which I don't think that's something that he really wants to do. It seems like he might just full clear bot, maybe go towards his top side of the jungle, but not too sure or confident. He is getting quite low from the golems, or the Krugs, I mean.
Yeah, that is true. I do see that health bar, and But yeah, like you talked about, I really hope we don't see like or they are going to get very low on the side of OGL. I mean, like we
Yeah.
talked about how the longer this matchup goes on, the more it's just going to be slightly favored towards the side of the lovable idiots, just because they have so much more early pressure in their champion, so much better stuff to just throw at the side of OGL, particularly on the Ezreal, who doesn't really have any shields to keep him safe. He also went for the Doran's Blade rather than the Doran's Shield. Now, I've done the math on this. I do believe if you are getting like more than 3 procs a minute on the shield, it's much more efficient in keeping you alive than the blade. Sure, the blade is slightly better if your jungler ganks for you, but in this kind of a matchup, if you're taking all that poke, why would your jungler gank for you if you're like a third HP?
Yeah, that is true. Maybe it's confidence coming out from Rapid Fire, but
Ooh.
very ambitious taunt coming in from Rabble. Gonna get punished a little bit, getting some love taps here from the dumb chemist.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to deal with that Jarvan, who is on the bottom half of the map. Well, their jungler is top side. This is called playing weak side right now. If
Oh
you
yeah.
are that karma, you can't afford to go in too far when you see your junglers on the other side of the map. They do have that ward, so they might spot him out, but he's not even gonna bother to show up bot lane, it looks like.
Yeah, I think he just decided to clear out that Scuttle Crab. There's nothing on his side of the map since they're playing split map, so might be looking for a reset. But it looks like he's pinging for a gank mid lane, which I'm not sure if he is able to since the wave is looking like it'll crash in. But Aurelia is going in on top of the Kassadin. Very ambitious, gets a flash, flag and drag, forcing the flash of Project A. So trading a flash for flash isn't so bad as Echo's trying to force a gank on Gangplank, but no results show.
Yeah, almost able to get that passive proc right there, that third hit auto. And with big knock up here from Orn, doing a very good job at landing his abilities. He's actually up almost 10 CS there on that gangplank. A lot of early power in that champion right there. I gotta say, looking back at that mid lane, I think that Aurelia could have played a little bit better. She does have that ignite into the teleport, meaning she does have kill pressure, as well as just being a generally favored matchup right for her. If she ever hits an E at these early levels, that is so much damage going down to the Kassadin and potential kill pressure in that kind of a matchup right there. It looks like she's shoving this one in, so maybe she'll be going for an early back on this one. Not entirely sure how she's going to play it.
Yeah, she gets a fat wave on top of the red tower there, forcing Ghost to try to clear that out. Hopefully he tries to get as much CS as he can, farming under turret. It's kind of the life of the Kassadin player, right?
Definitely. And that fleet footwork is going to help keep him alive early. A lot of healing potential from that, as well as his Doran shield. There's just so much sustained resources you can use if you have a weak lane for yourself. You can go the Resolve tree, you can go fleet footwork, you can go the Doran shield. So many resources. He's also a very efficient user of the Dark Seal corrupting pot if he did want to choose to go that. Probably not too efficient since your starting item wasn't either of those, but it is going to be the backs coming out here for the bottom half of the map. She has 40 gold. I don't think that's enough for BF Sword. Is she going for Manimian? We're going to have to see.
Yeah, that's actually quite interesting. She actually opts for the
Ooh.
Bark route, right? So
Mm,
I'm gonna go with the Vamp Scepter, I guess.
yeah, I'm not liking that, honestly. There's not too much health stacking probably that we're going to be seeing on the side of OGL. It is going to help her a little bit into the dive from the Kassadin, from the Jarvan, getting that slow on them, hopefully keeping her alive or out of melee auto attack range for a little bit longer. But
Mm.
I would have liked to see the Man Immune or an Essence Reaver from her. Aside from the Ornn ultimate, they're a little light in the way of engage, so that could have potentially been a lot of value for her.
Yeah, definitely. But it seems that, Dumb Chemist really wants to opt for the Bilgewater Cutlass into the Bork, which, maybe that's just what he feels comfortable. Maybe might be a misplay or loss from Boris. But meanwhile, Ezra is building that tier per usual. Nice trade coming in from Orn, forcing Gangplank to take a bit of damage and eat some oranges.
Yeah, he does have the chain vest and a ruby crystal. Usually, when you get a bomby cinder, you can get a lot more damage on those sort of things, both because you can proc the passive on it and you're going to be spending a lot of time in their range. But Aurelia can just not hit those stuns on that champion. She's missing out on a lot of potential damage in this matchup because of it.
Oh yeah, quite unfortunate for the Irelia there. Would have expected Irelia to actually do a lot more in the early game versus the Kassadin, but Ghost is already level 6, 5 more levels until he hits that sweet power spike of level 11, where you get that rank 2 ultimate.
Yeah, even then, he just has so many more tools to work with once he gets his ultimate. Being able to just flash around the map basically whenever you want. 6-second cooldown, but it does mean you have a lot more options in that laning phase. Either way, still 0-0 here. 7.5 minutes into this one. I really would like to see some more early game plays from the Lovable Idiots. They have the Echo. They should really be trying to snowball him a little bit, getting him some good items because he doesn't actually clear that well with that champion. Sure, he has some AoE, but he's an assassin. He needs items to get going, right? Maybe he'll get something off this bot side right here. We have yet to
Yeah,
see.
I mean, he has Dark Harvest, hasn't had a single stack yet, so I mean, if you're young Norwal, you're kind of nervous for yourself and your team since, you went with that really snowbally Keystone. Meanwhile, mid lane, a bit of a skirmish, so really doing a lot of damage on top of Gosha. As you do see J4 routing there, but it is going to be warded on top of that side bush. And
Ooh.
not a lot of action happening just yet.
Low there by that dragon, actually. He's trying to solo that early Ocean Drake. I think it's the
Yeah.
second most damage behind that Cloud. It does give you the slow, which Cloud doesn't, but he's going to get it for his team. Thanks to
Oh, 2v2 coming here. Ash might be able to win. But now Shen forcing to keep up with 3 people as Karma forcing the heal and the arrow from downtown. Dumb Chem is able to pick up first blood for the Lovable Idiots.
Yeah, really, really good value there for his 80 carry. Unfortunately, young Narwhal on the Echo not able to be a part of that kill. No extra gold to be working with right there. And 39 CS to 54, but Jarvan's trying to make something mid happen. We do have a fight here in the top lane, but Reli's getting out of that fight mid.
Yeah, GP now has Sheen, which it was a bit of a laning power spike for himself there now. And does have the Cole for the early goal stacking, which is always nice.
Ooh.
And yeah, I mean, so far, I think TLI gets that small lead. They get that dragon as well. So laning phases should be going very in their favor now that they have that Ocean Drake buff early on. And
Laners actually getting that proc from the Orin.
Force the flash of GP. Ethno able to avoid that. Nicely done from Polar Bear Minion, able to bring in that in a solo confrontation with his opponent.
Yeah, I believe your ultimate does 125 magic damage on each proc, whether or not you hit it and whether or not you hit the first and second part, basically. Potential 250 damage right here. I think he hit the first one, but not the second one. Either way. Ooh, we have another fight here on the bot lane.
Yeah, really nice. Trying to maybe get some good Ezreal Qs in here. If they're able to land the Mystic shots, should be able to poke out Hernandez, which is really nice because that means the Karma is very less likely to poke you out there in the laning phase. Cataclysm force initiate right away. Echo, that's an awkward flash coming out from Stabash. Very unfortunate, I think the Cataclysm really fattened that wall there, which caused him to mess it up, as we do see Ash getting those volley arrows out on top of the Ezra and the Shen. Oh, Enchanted Crystal Arrow, able to buffer the Arcane Shift. Nicely done, but Dumb Chemist picks up the kill, and this could be a double kill. And that's going to be 2 kills going straight over to the 80 carry. And now Irelia is looking to 1v2. Here.
Very, very close to getting that kill there on Gosha. Unfortunately, Project A not able to make a lot happen here in this winning matchup. Not to be said for Dumb Chemist and Hernandez in this bottom lane, able to get multiple kills here onto the enemy AD carry. And Echo's actually sitting in the wing right here. Maybe he's going to try to make something happen. He is spotted out by that control ward, but yeah, so much gold going down here onto this Ashe. 85 CS, 3 kills. She's getting Bork on this next buy. She's sitting on top of 1,400 right here, and that is a major power spike for her.
Yeah, so too pretty for them there. Maybe they could catch out Echo, but Echo's getting taunted from the Shen. Ezreal taking so much damage with the cannon barrage, trying to provide assistance, and that's going to be rapid fire picking up the kill. This could look even better here as they keep on going with it. They have the castle win on board here. Now they need a little bit more damage, and Gosha picks up the kill on Hernandez. That's just what they needed, but Project A is here and should be able to pick up 2 free kills here on top of the Shen and Ezreal. And Scarred Rabble is a little bit scared for his life as a shutdown on the Ashe. Not so bad of a trade for Gosha, but a double kill for the Irelia posted a big issue for the OGL squad.
Yeah, a lot of gold going on to both of these mid laners for their team. Their Ignite really, really kind of sucks. But she is able to clean up a little something for herself right there. Hopefully she can start making something happen in this matchup. So that Bork is a very, very powerful item spike for melee champions. So maybe something can happen. He is building the HP, is getting the tier right here, right now. But something to be said, is that gameplay, getting those turret platings in the top lane. He has 1,200 gold in his inventory. If you choose to sell something right here, I believe he can get that Triforce, which is a major power spike for that champion.
Yeah, definitely. Triforce on Gangplank, one of the essentials, and something Atheno really needs to pick up in order for him to kind of get the ball rolling.
Yeah, he
But
actually he keeps his corrupting potion, sells the ward for himself. Does not have the Triforce, has the components. Unlucky stuff, missing him on about
yeah,
100 gold there. However,
yeah,
we do
that's uh-huh.
dragon on the map right now. Are they going to get a second dragon on the side of TLI?
I mean, it looks like that the squad of OG are willing to give it up here. They're not really rotating fast enough here. So my guess is that the Echo gets it for free. Oh, True Shot Barrage. Not going to find its mark. And that's going to be first 2 Drakes going straight over to the Lovable Idiots.
Yeah, the Lovable idiots just taking away that early game power, which they should have with the champions they chose to pick. Either way, it's really, really great for them to be able to get in this. Hopefully, they can match up aside from that late game scaling that we're going to see coming out eventually from OGL. We do have the Triforce picked up now on the Gangplank, and I'm going to be really interested to see what the build paths are for the middle of these team fights. Are we going to see the Hextech Proto Belt maybe for the Echo? Are we going to see the Sheen coming out soon? Are we going to see... Oh, that is actually really interesting right here. We have a recurve bow being built for the Aurelia. I think that builds only into Bork and Ginsu's. Is she going to build Ginsu's on that champion?
No, it goes into oh, I forgot the name. Oh, wait. Wits End, yeah, Wits End, my bad. Yeah.
How could I forget? How could
Yeah.
I forget? Wits End. You're probably not going to have... that's pretty good into the AP matchup. Obviously, she's not going to have any magic resist right now to help her out with
I mean, the
that.
passive's
But
really good. The passive where she's below 30, I think 33% HP. You get a
You know,
lot of
Cassadin is a champion that can get your health bar very low, so a lot of use out of that, I will
of
say.
course.
Now, either way, she does not have any CDR though, so she's not going to be able to miss more of those E's, which she has been doing a lot of this game. First turret still available for any of these teams right here, but Shen's going for some
Nice
kind
stun
of
coming in from the Shen, but not sure if they want to go for it. They burn Ash's heal, which is very surprising to say the least. But they end up winning that 2v2 trade, but I guess it's not as bad since Dumb Chemist did burn their heal randomly. Not sure if they fat fingered it or something was going on with comms.
Not entirely sure. I mean, he was full HP after that one right here, but we have Jarvan hovering in the wing right here, as well as the
Oh no, the Irelia going on top. The Cannon Barrage, however, forcing this 2v2. Oh, but the Chrono Shift able to get a lot of damage on top of J4, but Ethno picks up a kill on. But the True Shot Barrage finds its mark, and Young Normal gets taken out. Meanwhile, Gosha getting slapped in the face by Project A, aka Zach.
Yeah, it turns out that having a lot of globals is really good for winning fights across the map. They're able to use that Shen ultimate, use that Ezreal ultimate, as well as technically the gold. They use it in melee range for that gameplay. They weren't able to get those health bars down to 0, and they ended up getting punished because of it. They did get the first tower on the side, 2 towers actually for TLM, but it is being followed up by that winning fight and the tower for the gameplay. A lot of gold going on to that guy. He's sitting on 2,000 right here, and I'm really interested to see what he's going to buy.
Yeah, very curious to see what they got there. And it seems like OGL is finding a bit of a resurgence, a bit of a second win for themselves here. Level 11 for the Cassadin, so as long as he's able to get to that Seraph's Embrace, might be looking a little bit better for them there. But that really is kind of huge. Like you said, 3-0.
Yeah, definitely. She was just able to get that solo kill there on that Cassadin. It looked like something she hasn't been able to pull off yet. She did have to commit her Ignite to do that. A lot of tools there for that. Either way, she's going to be able to provide a lot of value here in this side lane and make it so Cassadin really can't just sit in the side wave, get that early or get that easy experience for himself and get himself closer to that level 16 power spike. Ooh, some kind of fight here with the Aurelia.
Yeah, really getting a little bit of a skirmish against Gosha, but Rift walks away. Kind of has to shrug it off, but kind of poses an issue for OGL, right? Because Irelia is able to side lane, and I don't think anyone on the squad of Omega Gaming Lunar are able to actually match up against Irelia well.
Yeah, I think that their play right here is if Aurelia is going to side lane, she doesn't have the teleport. It's going to take her a while to get to these fights. maybe they can start looking here for the team fights. They do have some power on the Ezreal on these
Yeah,
champions.
nice cataclysm, but J4 going a little bit too deep now. Cannon Barrage able to buy some time, but Castle Wind not able to get the kills just yet. Ash is still able to stay alive, but nice knockup coming in from the Polar Bear minion. J4 is in a horrible position. Here comes Irelia. Flag and Drag able to stay alive, and that is going to be Gosha going down on the side of OGL.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did just not have enough power to make that team fight happen. It is 18 minutes in this game, so the early team composition probably is a little bit stronger. I thought they might have been able to get some kind of a bursty sort of pick on the side of OGL, but unfortunately, TLI, they still have all their health bars with them. And what they're going to have also is this third Drake. They do have the, which soul is this? Mountain Soul? Again, 2 games in a row? What are the odds of that?
Yeah, I guess right. Really wants Mountain Soul to get some spotlight today. It seems like they should be able to start the dragon for free. I'm not sure it's wise of the side of OGL to contest that at all. For now, they're just trying to get as much gold into their pockets while they can. And that's going to be Mountain Soul Point, going to be on board for the side of TLI.
Definitely, definitely. Such a good use of their early game power that they have right here. They were able to get those early Drakes for themselves. Now they're at 3 Drakes. They're up 2K gold. Maybe not as far ahead as we would have liked, but they're going to be setting themselves up very, very well for this Baron here in about 45 seconds. And as long as they can keep casting it off the 16, keep Gangplank under 3 items, they should just be stronger in any fight they try to go for.
Yeah, I mean, Ash is looking fairly strong, has the Runons along with the Bork. Aurelia should be able to finish that Wits End anytime soon now. I think she's going to be able to complete it off this base. I think, never mind, she's going to go for the Ninja Tab. Oh, never
There it
mind.
is.
She decides she
There it
wants the Wits End and says the Tabbies can wait.
Tabbies can wait. That is what we're learning here in this game. We do have the Baron spawning right now, actually 20 minutes into this game. And I'm just wondering, are we going to see a continuation in pressure from the lovable idiots, or are we going to give them enough time, Omega Gaming Lunar, to eventually scale this one out? If I'm the lovable idiots, I'm looking for vision around this Baron. I'm saying, look, we're on a clock. We need to make something keep happening in this game. We really don't have that much of a lead, and things are going to be looking very, very rough for us if this one goes another 10 minutes. Cassin's level 12, 4 levels off that 16, but they are pressuring that mid lane tier 2. That's pretty big.
Yeah, now they're looking to gank the Ornn right here. Cannon Barrage going through. Call the Ornn God going through as well. Gets a knockup. Should be able to get the kill on J4. Ash is barely going to miss, but stuns GP. Pops the orange is a little bit too late, but maybe looking to get the kill here. J4 is also pretty much dead as well. And this is not looking too good if you're OGL. Forced to run for the hills, run for your lives, and J4 decides to play around in the Uwu alcove, but the blue trinket able to spot him out, and the snipe from the Echo able to pick up the kill, and now the resurgence of Rapid Fire comes in for backup. Oh my gosh, here they go. They're preparing to maybe looking for the re-engage, but Irelia is on its way. Gosha's trying to keep tabs on top of her, but they decided they should probably disengage before they get wrecked by the Vanguard's Edge from Project A.
Yeah, I really would like to see Aurelia, Project A on this Aurelia, roaming a little bit quicker here to these fights. The fact that she can't make herself utilize a lot of her early power here, it just means that once that Ashe dies, they basically have no DPS that they can threaten the enemy team with. Now, trading kills like this is not what you want to be doing on TLI if you want to be pressing this advantage that you've got for yourself in this game. We do have another dragon spawning here in 2 minutes. So if we do get that Mountain Soul, it could prevent some of these picks that we're seeing on the Ashe, on several members of TLI. And it might be what they need to bring this one in.
Yeah, I mean, TLI definitely on the front row seat, driver's seat of this game so far. But the goal lead isn't that bad, right? OGL still have quite the chance. They're only down around 2k gold, close to 1k, I believe, as GP does find his mark on Hernandez. Hernandez trying to dodge and weave, bob and weave, forced to flash away. And GP's continuing the chase on. Meanwhile, Ezreal looking to go back mid lane, push up that wave, but they might be looking to catch a pick on the Ashe with J4 in the vicinity, but so far, things are not looking too bad for the side of TLI.
Definitely, definitely. Like you said, I would have liked them to push this advantage a little bit more, but eventually we're getting to the point where just have so much power on OGL. We have 2 items right now on that cast, and he scales so hard. We have 10 stacks on the Rod of Ages, only 300 stacks though on that Archangel staff. Very, very far off his Mirror Mana, which is very, very useful for these fights. Probably not what he needs to avoid the Ash arrows in these fights. I believe it was in that last team fight that he did take an Ash arrow to the face and just get whittled down in that time right there. Either way, we have this next dragon coming up here in about 30 seconds. You cannot give this one up if you are OGL. You do not want to be giving up a free Mountain Soul. You're also a pretty good user of these stacks. You have the Shen, you have the Jarvan. This could be very, very big for you if you get this.
Yeah, I mean, the Kassadin's still 3 levels off from 16. Still waiting for that Seraph's Embrace upgrade as well. Ezreal's still trying to finish off that Death Stance. So they've got a lot of item breakpoints that they're trying to get through. GP does have 2 items, however, so, some glimmer of hope for them here. But this is Soul Point, and it looks like TLI are the front runners to pick this up for themselves.
Some kind of fight here. We might be looking at Ornn.
Call the Forge God, able to pick off the Shen. They want to look for more. Nice Cataclysm, able to catch 2 members. Rapid Fire picks up a kill. But here comes Irelia diving in the back line. Got to be careful for Project A, but Project A goes down. Zach is taken out as well. And what a surprising ace coming out from OGL.
OGL, they have their power now. 24 minutes into this game. Kassadin coming up absolutely huge on that bat lane. That combined with an early pick, probably avoidable on that Echo, died with his ultimate up. It means they're going to get that dragon, keep the enemy team off that Mountain Soul, and now they're going to be taking that Baron. We do have, no teleports even available for the side of the Lovable Idiots. This is just looking like a free Baron.
I mean, it's really unfortunate, right? Because Polar Bear Minion was looking for the pick or the engage with the Call of the Forge God, but only catches out the Shen, which is probably the last person you want to catch out there. You're looking for more like the Kassadin or the Ezreal. But
definitely. Those champions have a lot of dashes though, and a lot of mobility, so you're probably not hitting them with too many skill shots.
Yeah.
Unlucky, either way.
I mean, now Rapid Fire has his Death Stance. That's what we're saying. We're waiting for him to acquire. So now you're asking, how does TLI kind of close the gate on this one? Because they were so close, right? Things were looking pretty good for them. But, all of a sudden, OGL flips the switch, and they kind of gave him a really quick right hook, sucker punch,
Yeah, I completely agree.
Like, I didn't even see that coming. I thought Project A was going to mop the floor, right? Gets the Vanguard's edge early in the fight, but
I mean,
I guess,
hold up. What am I seeing right here on Aurelia? Is this a Haunting Geist on Aurelia? I get I get that it's a strong item, but I think there are better items for Aurelia. Wouldn't you say? I mean, I don't want to doubt the Church of LS over here, but not. I'm not like.
There's an imposter among us, bro.
Definitely. It looks like an imposter. Waste of 1,500 gold.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that scales with AP, I believe, is the stun, right? So. Okay.
Ultimate scaling with AP. How could we forget? She could just buy a Lich Bane, get herself some auto attack scale.
Yeah, it was. I remember. Yeah.
Really? Okay, when it first came out is what I'm hearing from my producer right here. Either way, I mean, you're not a fan of the Haunting Geist, are you?
I mean, I don't have much faith in it, but if Project A can prove me wrong, then so be it. It'll make things a lot interesting, if I'm being honest with you.
I completely agree. I mean, I would have liked to see a little bit of CDR coming out. Maybe a Black Cleaver could have been really good. You're getting that phase passive. She could have also gone for the Triforce. I'm not entirely sure what the Aurelia build looks like here. I've seen them building both the Triforce and the Black Cleaver in a lot of instances. She does certainly have something exciting here, but we have something happening here in the mid lane.
Oh, forcing the flash from the Ezreal. Nice attempt here from Dumb Chemist. You're able to burn that Summoner spell away from Rapid Fire, who was caught in a very deep position, one would say, as Kassadin almost level 16, but Vanguard's Edge going through. A lot of damage on top of the Cassidy, but the Stand United brings 2 people to the party along with the Cannon Barrage, and now it's Ezreal versus Ashe. A lot of HP regen coming in through, but Rapid Fire able to win the 1v1. Here comes A-Force, the Bash maybe looking for a flag and drag, but Cassidy is so low in this fight that they might as well just go for the second tier turret.
Yeah, definitely. Just picks all across the map happening in favor of Omega Gaming Lunar, winning that 1v1 against the Ashe right there. Ezra was about 45 CS up right there. He does have a lot more armor in his kit, as well as having his completed 3rd item. That was definitely a more in the way of Ezra. Definitely favorite to hands. Looks like Ashe is going for a Death Dance of her own with that pickup right there in the Aegis of the Legion and the Vampiric Scepter for himself right here. A lot of interesting builds right here, I gotta say. Meanwhile, I don't want to count out these guys entirely. TLI, they do have the Ornn, they do have the double items coming up, as well as the upgrades for the Aurelia. Should be getting a Blade of the Rune King upgrade for that Ashe in just a second right here. As well as I wonder if Echo can build anything. He could probably go for the Death Cap. I think other than that, maybe this.
I don't think you want to look at Echo's Dark Cargo stocks, or else you would be very sad, Danielson.
Let's see it. Let's see it. What am I? Oh God, yeah, that's all.
28
Is that
minutes,
5?
yeah.
5
Yep.
stack.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's.
I think Young Norwal needs to take the the bench, just go a little bit more of a, I don't want to say tank build, maybe more frontline-esque, right?
Get. Oh, we are.
Castlin is online. Castle win.
Yeah, level 16 Cassin, the feared power spec. We have EESHWAN in the chat.
Here he comes. He's wrecking havoc. Oh, this poor Karma. Forcing the Enchanted Crystal Arrow already, and wow, this hurts to watch. Oh no, poor TLI. Run! Run! Castin's on top of the Ornn. They're going to try to let Project A live, but now they're just going to take the free Ornn kill here. And oh no, and they're not even gonna let Project A live. Project A is trying to fight for his life. Vanguard's Edge going through, but that's gonna be the ace coming in through. OGL online and looking better than ever.
Yeah, another 5 for 0 in the favor of OGL. Looks like they're getting that 2nd Drake off for themselves and 5th Drake off of the map. Let's get some inhibitors out of here, buds. This is a lot of map pressure, hoping to get off that. And with this Baron spawning in under a minute, that would give you some more objectives that TLI would have to look at, sort of splitting their pressure off the map, making things a lot easier for you coming up right here. This is a complete turnaround in the way of OGL, though. Really good job by these guys.
Oh. Yeah, but they might be able to get some picks for the fact that OGL is overstaying their welcome. Ashe trying to do as much damage as you can with the Runon's Hurricane, but here comes Cassidy from the TP, fresh off the gate, locked and loaded with new items under his belt. Oh no, and he's going all over the place. He's going crazy. Oh, Gosha, have mercy. Triple kill for the Cassidy. Might be getting killed out here. The Stand United trying to keep him alive as well. Oh no, Gosha, this is looking like a highlight reel. Can it be the pentakill? Oh, the Cassidy wants it. They want it so bad, but the Ornn's not going to give it to them. The BM from Polar Bear Minion. Oh no.
What a rude dude over here.
Yeah, he's just standing there. He's like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, come take this. See if I don't kill you with one kill.
Oh, the shutdown.
Literally with one kill. But he might have been able to kill the Cassidy, but he shouldn't be able to 1v3 this. Or he might. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, but he is going to get enough time for his team to end right here. Cassidy did not use his time to auto-attack the turrets. Instead, they are going to end up keeping this game a little bit longer. This is this OGL. You could have ended there, my man. What is happening?
I think they were very heartbroken with the fact that Gosha could not get his penta. But I mean, let's hope it doesn't bite him on the foot later.
Bite him on the foot. Yeah, that's how the saying goes. Either way, we have Baron.
I'm a very PG oriented caster, Danielson. Do you not agree?
Yeah, what does PG stand for? No, I can't say that either.
Okay.
Either way, we do have the Baron on the map right here. 5 seconds before the top laners are back on here, and yeah, still no pressure on this Baron. No one's taking it right now. Just getting some kind of vision from the supports right here. Echo, go for a pick or something at least, my man. You're just letting Shen walk all over your team right now. No way you win this if you don't take this Baron or do something really, really quick for your team. Both these guys on the map, 12 to 22, 32 minutes in this game. Are we seeing a Baron?
I mean, I guess they've already got it started. Maybe Echo's looking to steal it, applying some pressure, trying to slow it down. But I mean, their Hail Mary play is just Norwal stealing Baron, which even then doesn't really confirm their win 100%. Cassidy getting knocked up here, caught out alone, but I don't think there's anyone who could reliably stop Gosha from doing what he wants, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They are getting them off of that.
Oh, goodbye, Chemist. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. Oh,
And here comes the True Shot Barrage along with a Cannon Barrage. Vanguard's Edge buying some time for the Irelia, but Caston is already on his way. A double kill for him, but there's no Penta because J4 just took a double kill for himself. And that should be the game going straight over to OGL as they're running it down towards the Nexus. Want to get into that family photo as the Nexus explodes. And poor J4. I don't think he's going to make it.
oh, he's gonna make it. This doesn't
Okay,
go.
never mind. He's here. Woo,
I'm in doubt.
okay.
It looks like he's making it out of their way. But yeah, here we are. Getting this game too. Easy win 2-0 for Omega Gaming Lunar over the Lovable Idiots. Did you think this was going to happen, man?
I mean, I know we were very skeptical about their draft, especially with their weak laners such as GP and Cassidon, but unfortunately TLI had a lead for a bit of the most of the mid game, right? It's just they
Yeah.
weren't able to really finish off the game before Cassidon hits, level 16 or GP hits that third item power spike. Like a lot of things went wrong for them, but it was a close game too, or it was as close as a 2-0 that it could get, right?
Yeah, I completely agree right here. Looking at these damage charts, we can just really see how these carries had the resources to come online over here for the side of Omega Game. Oh, it looks like the names are switched a little bit, but Omega Gaming Lunar coming with that 2-0. So much damage out here from the top laner. GP coming up absolutely huge here in this matchup. A lot of damage in that champion right there. And we're not going to be doing interviews, but I got to ask you, if you were going to give an MVP to this one, who would you be giving it to?
Are we talking about game two
Oh,
wise or series overall? Huh?
overall.
Oh, overall, I think it's like you gotta give it a rapid fire, right? He was consistently doing well in both Ezreal games, you know, pumping
Okay.
out a lot of damage. And I think game two, like I want to say during the mid game, rapid fire was really kind of like holding up, OGL from toppling over in that mid game, right? The
Yeah.
fact that they had two weak solo laners throughout the majority of the game, and the only person that was kind of keeping them, a notable threat was rapid fire, right? Already had that completed Miramana, had that Iceborne Gauntlet locked and loaded. I got to give it to him. What about you, Danielson?
I completely agree. He was definitely the force that they needed to press their advantage there in game one and to keep them alive during the earlier portions where the Ezreal is stronger than the Ashe in that game too. He played this match beautifully. Yeah, we're tripping. Hold up, Mister Production Mikey. Who are you thinking was the MVP this
Yeah, let's
one?
see what I predict. Uh,
Eterno on the top lane?
I
I
can see
mean,
with the Clud game.
who did, yeah, oh yeah, the Kled game. I forgot about that. Definitely. I thought he did a lot of work for his team there in that game one. Game two, though, I thought I still just like Rapid Fire's performance a little bit more, man. Like he but you're not admitting that. No,
Yeah, that
advocating for
to
the
be
devil.
fair, that would be my second pick, right? If it's not rapid fire, it's definitely F no.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Who was Gosha playing in that game one? I've already forgotten.
Zillion. He did okay on Zillion, right? Like
Yeah,
he did what Zillion's supposed to do, right?
yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree. But yeah, really great play from basically everyone here on the side of Omega Gaming Lunar. They are walking away with the 2-0 in the best of three. And just real congratulations to these guys here in week 10 of the Risen Esports Unstoppable League pre-mades. I got to ask you, Masuda, any other final thoughts you have before we throw this one out?
Other than shout out to Risen, always putting up these really good casts. Also shout out to producer Mikey, does an excellent amount of work for us here. Make sure we're on the right page, making sure we're keeping up to date, and he provides us with knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And also, shout out to Rando Joe as well, able to get this group together just in time,
All
where we
right.
can all enjoy it. Yeah. But with that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream or the cast at least. Really fun games to watch and commentate. And great job out there as well, Danielson.
Hey, thank you, my man. Follow me on Twitter, Danielson524. Anything from you, Masuda? You ready to end this one?
Yeah. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Stay well. Stay